This week, I'm going to lead you through a quick yoga break. You could do this in the middle of your day, maybe in your office or at home with a chair, just to get your body moving a little bit. You don't need to change into your yoga gear. You can do this in trousers, in skirts, any clothing you already have. Let's get started. So the only prop we're going to use today is a chair. And you could just find a little bit space around you. And as we have gotten off our chairs, we're going to find a steady standing pose. You could bring your legs a bit wider apart than your hips, and then bring arms down next to your sides. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple of times. And then we're going to do a few slightly deeper breaths. Now, as you inhale, lengthen arms overhead up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bring the arms down. Same, couple more times. As you breathe in, bring your arms up overhead. You could even look up, really reaching up. And exhale, bring the arms down. One more time. As you inhale, bring your arms up overhead, really reaching up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release the arms down. You can roll the shoulders. And then we're going to do a side bend. Now, if you want to use a chair to help with the balance here, you could bring your right hand to the back of the chair. If you don't want to use a chair, just bring your right arm behind the back. We're going to cross the legs. We're going to bring left leg behind the right leg and more weight on your right foot than your left foot. Now press down through that right foot, and as you breathe in, lengthen up your left arm, and then as you exhale, bend to your right. So you can get some support from that chair. You might look down. That might release the neck, but really focus on reaching long through that left side of the body, keeping tops of the shoulders soft. Let's take one more breath in and out. And then with your next in-breath, slowly bring yourself back up. Release the arms, release the legs. If you want to use the chair, you can bring your left hand onto the chair, or we could try to balance more on the second side. Now we're going to cross right leg behind the left leg. So now more weight on your left foot. And this time I'll bring the left arm behind the back. But remember, you can hold your chair with that left hand. And then as you inhale, now lengthen up through the right arm, pressing down through the left foot. And exhale, bending to your left. Again, you might look down towards the mat. Or maybe you don't have a mat there. Maybe it's a floor. And opening through the chest. Imagine you're breathing into that right armpit. Take another breath in and out. And then as you inhale, lift yourself back up and release the arms. Release your legs. You could roll the shoulders. Take a couple of steps from one foot to the other. And now for the next pose, we will need that chair. We're going to do our chair downward dog. We're going to bring both hands to the back of the chair and then slowly start to walk your feet away from the chair so that you could start to open your chest down towards the floor. Now we're looking for some opening across the chest and shoulders. But you might feel this at the backs of the legs, along your spine. You could let your head hang down towards the floor between the arms if that feels good, but don't force your neck. And breathe here. Take another 3 breaths in and out. You can either focus on opening your chest down, or you could also start to reach your pelvis away from your hands. So you're kind of creating length through the spine. Take another breath in and out. And then we start to slowly shift all the weight onto our feet. You can bend your knees and slowly round your back down into a full forward bend.
Now feel free to bend your knees as much as is needed for you right now. Also, if bringing hands down to the floor doesn't feel good, you could bring your elbows onto your thighs, onto your knees, and then get a bit of support through the arms. Looking for some opening through the back side of the body. Getting ourselves upside down might be a nice feeling. Just switching the other way around for a few breaths. If you start to feel dizzy, feel free to come up earlier. Otherwise, take another couple of breaths in and out. Soften through the back of the neck. And then we'll start to slowly come up. You could walk your hands up along the legs, slowly roll the back up. If you feel dizzy as you come up, just leave your chin to your chest for a couple of breaths before lifting your head up. And then take a few steps closer to your chair. Next, we're going to go into the dancer pose. And you can use the chair to help with the balance here. First, let's stand on the right foot and bend the left knee so you reach your left hand to the left foot. You could hold the inside or outside of that foot. And just start to open through the front of that left thigh. Maybe just tiny bit engage through the buttocks to open through the front of the hip. And now you could stay here, or if you want, you could take that right hand and see if you could reach your right hand to that left foot as well, and then actively open through the chest. You might even lift your chest higher up. Focus on breathing. Focus your eyes, your gaze onto something that's not moving. We'll take another breath here, in and out. It's good to get our minds focused with a balancing pose. And then slowly start to release the pose. You could take hold of the chair, bring your left foot down and just rock or walk from one foot to the other a couple of times. And then we shall do the same to the other side. So now standing on the left foot, you can hold the chair. We're going to bend the right knee and reach right hand to the right foot. And again, maybe just tiny bit engaging through the buttocks, kind of slightly bring that right hip forward. And start to look for your balance. If you want, you can let go of the chair and maybe bring left hand to that right foot as well. And just actively opening the chest and breathing towards that chest space. Focus on your breaths, focus your gaze, finding that balance. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly with your next breath, start to release the pose, bring your hands, bring your feet down, and again, you could take a couple of steps, roll the shoulders. Then we have one more pose, and we're going to do that seated. So now we're slowly making our way back into our seat, onto the chair. So come sitting on the chair so that the back of the chair is on your left-hand side. Kind of sitting sideways on the chair. Bring your feet onto the floor and we're going to look for a twist. So now as you inhale, imagine you're lifting yourself up, and then as you breathe out, start to turn your chest to the back of the chair and take hold of the back of the chair. You could hold with two hands, not forcefully, but just as a support. And then we continue breathing here. With each exhalation, you might release a bit further into that twist. But remember, the hands, the arms are there just for a support, not to force yourself into that twist. More focusing on the breaths. You might look to your left. You might also just keep your neck soft. See where it naturally goes. Let's take one more breath in and out. then as you exhale, slowly release the twist. Come back to center. And then we are going to do that twist to the other side. So you can now keep your chair where it is and just swing yourself the other way around so that now the back of the chair is on your right hand side. We're going to lift up slightly, and then as you exhale, start to twist your chest towards the back of the chair. And again, you can bring both hands to support you, hold the back of the chair. Breathing in and breathing out, you might release yourself just a bit further. Trying to soften the tops of the shoulders so we're not hiking the shoulders up to the ears. Kind of feeling that twist coming more from your your upper spine. Again, not forcing the lower back too far. Let's take one more breath in and out. And then as you exhale, release the twist. Come back to center. And then you could turn to sit on your chair so that you are leaning on the back of the chair. So now you don't need to hold yourself up, finding a bit more relaxed seat. And we're going to do a few more breaths here, and then we can continue with our day. In that maybe slightly more relaxed seat, bring one hand onto your belly, bring other hand onto your chest or where you can feel your ribs. You could close your eyes. And now focus on your breaths. Let yourself feel your breaths on your hands. Breathing down to the chest, down to the ribs, down to the belly. And as you breathe out, let yourself let go of tension in your body, in your mind. Tension that you don't need right now. Take a couple more breaths in and out. You could exhale through the mouth, let out a sigh. And then, in your own time, you can open your eyes. Release your hands, release your arms. Maybe look around. You're back in your space. You're back where you started. And I wish you a wonderful day from here. Keep breathing. Keep yourself calm. And you can come to this practice whenever needed. Bye.